Hello, YouTubers, friends, compatriots, bootlicker shills, debt slaves, herds, peasants, vassals, minions, meat sacks. I am a useful idiot. And today I want to talk about this whole talk about affordability. It's become a word du jour. And the first component I want to talk about is the fact that how interesting it is that the Democrats are now lambasting Trump for talking about affordability, and somehow his promise to do something about high prices has failed, and that he is driving the unaffordability. And there's a little slight evidence of that, certainly more in some sectors than others, but this whole idea that tariffs are going to drive inflation. And as I just pointed out, in certain areas it is, but in other areas it still seems kind of benign. And there's discussions of the fact that moving forward that the tariffs are not going to have a big effect on every sector. But tied to that is these continued rate cuts by the Federal Reserve, which are definitely going to drive more inflation. And so the Democrats will latch onto that as well, saying, see. But Trump did inherit a terrible economy and terrible inflation. And the fact that he's got it down to 2.5% is admirable. But once again, as I pointed out in other videos, that number is cooked. Because anybody that goes out there and looks at the price increases of everything, inflation is hardly at 2.5%. I think it's still probably somewhere between 5 and 6%, if not more, because we've seen a lot of price rises even just the last year. But let's be fair, addressing affordability is a tough thing, particularly when he was handed 9% inflation under the Biden administration. Theoretically has it down to 2.5. And of course, with Biden administration, same thing. They say inflation was at 9%, and I would argue it's a lot higher than that. Look at housing has increased 23% in the last 5 years. The cost of food, of course, as far as I can tell, has gone up about 50%. Energy's gone up 25%. The cost of health insurance has gone up. It's going to go up even more. The cost of automobiles is going up. The cost of automobile insurance is going up. Property taxes are going up. Everything is going up, and it's going to be hard to turn that around. And another component of this argument that I have to bring up is the fact that how ironic and how hypocritical the Democrats are all talking about Trump and the unaffordability of everything, because they were silent during the Biden years. They gave him a free pass. They tried to play down the inflation. They certainly didn't blame him. They didn't call on him to bring prices down. And then we had people like Janet Yellen telling everybody that everything's fine, that prices really aren't that bad, and people at the Fed talking about the fact that inflation would be transitory. Well, it's not. It's here, and it's been here to stay. But my bottom line in this video is the fact that this whole discussion of affordability certainly has value, and Trump is targeting certain areas. He's trying to lower the price of eggs. He lowered the price of gas, except here in Washington with our taxes, it's still $5 a gallon. He's trying to lower the price of beef. He's going after targeted areas, and I'd be really interested to hear what kind of plan he has going forward to address this affordability issue. But my bottom line is that affordability is a pipe dream, and we're never going back. None of these prices are really going to go down. We have really small houses in Washington State that go for $1 million or more. These insurance rates are not going to go back down. Student loan prices are not going to go back down. Property taxes are not going to go back down. New taxes are not going to go back down. Things are going to stay the way they are, and there could be an adjustment. There's a lot of discussion about an upcoming crash that could adjust prices. But when you have housing, for example, skyrocketing 23% in the last 5 years, even if they went down 10% or even 15% or even lost that 20% that they've risen in the last 5 years, houses are still going to be unaffordable. particularly with the economic situation that most Americans are facing with record credit card debt and the cost of living rising on everything else and their wages staying relatively stagnant. So affordability is a pipe dream now, and generations coming up now certainly aren't getting married and having kids and buying houses. And as they move forward, it seems less and less likely that they will. What kind of mechanism is going to make it so all of a sudden these new generations coming up are going to be so flush with cash, they're going to find this economy affordable? So, bottom line, affordability is a mirage. For the most part, prices are never going back down, and for the most part, prices will continue to go up, and the economy will continue to deteriorate. And so the snowball's rolling. I'm a useful idiot. Don't you be one too?